Okay, so I'm making this little video just for us that are not going to be here today, just to kind of give you a little more of an idea of what you need to do to write up your procedures for your model airbag that you're going to make. So remember, um, here are our materials, and we figured out yesterday. We figured out yesterday how much CO2 we were going to make, and we also figured out, we were in the process of figuring out how much sodium bicarbonate we were going to need. And remember, I said this was 0.83 moles per liter acetic acid. So to figure out the amount of sodium bicarbonate we're going to need, we would take our 20 milliliters, just like we did yesterday, of acetic acid. I'm going to put oh, come on now, come on. A for acetic acid. And change it to liters of acetic acid. And I know there's 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. And then I'm going to use my concentration up here to go from liters to moles of acetic acid. And in 1 mole, there's 0.83, or in 1 liter, there's 0.83 moles. And then at that point, I can go from moles of acetic acid to moles of sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3. And yesterday we did the balanced chemical equation, and we found that that was a 1-to-1 ratio. Okay, and now I can use my molar mass to go from 1 mole of sodium bicarbonate to, grams of sodium bicarbonate. Okay, and then we just find the molar mass by adding 23 for the sodium, 1 for the hydrogen, 12 for the carbon, and 3 times 16 for the oxygens, which gives us 23 plus 1 plus 12 plus 3 times 16 is 84.
Jacob's mothers are checking out. Jacob's mothers are checking
So that's
out.
20 times 0.83 times 84. And then we're going to, so that's my top number, 1,394.4. And my bottom number is just going to be 1,000 times 1. So I'm dividing that by 1,000. And that equals 1.39 grams of sodium bicarbonate. Okay, all of those cancel out. Okay. All right, so I'm going to need 1.39 grams of sodium bicarbonate. I'm going to need 20 milliliters of acetic acid, 1.39 grams of sodium bicarbonate. And so what you need to think about is, how am I going to get all this together to model or be like a car airbag? Remember, a car airbag, it doesn't have anything. You're not setting it off. You're not pushing a button. It kind of just happens on impact. The impact of the crash sets off that reaction. It sets off a electric spark, and then that electric spark sets off that chemical reaction. So you need to think about ways that I can use a pint freezer bag. I can use a small plastic cup. I can use 20 mils of my acetic acid, 1.39 grams of my sodium carbonate, and make an airbag that will, or make a chemical reaction take place where that pint-sized freezer bag will inflate, okay, without you actually mixing the two chemicals together with your hands. Okay, so those are going to be your procedures. Okay, what are you going to do to make that happen? Right. So, for example, Maybe I would say procedure number 1, measure out 20 mils of acetic acid in a graduated cylinder. Step number 2, pour it into your pint-sized bag. Step number 3, weigh out 1.39 grams of sodium bicarbonate. And then, all right, now from there on, that's what you got to figure out. All right, where am I going to put that sodium bicarbonate? What else am I going to put in the bag? Am I going to seal it up? What am I going to do to cause that impact to make the two things come together? All of those are your procedure steps. Okay. And that's what you're going to need to write up so that tomorrow we can come in and we're literally just going to take 10 minutes max to actually do the reaction. Okay. And see if it works. So that's kind of the plan. So make sure that you have your procedures written out on a piece of paper. I'm taking it up on paper. So make sure you have them written out on a piece of paper. Make sure you have all your calculations written out on a piece of paper. And we'll be ready to go tomorrow when we come back. All right, that's it. Have a great day.